Bem-vindo a novo episódio do minha meta de aprender tanto português como possível em 2 semanas, ok?
Like my style?
Hoje
Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos.
Nova palavra do barbecue. In português, barbecue é churrasco. In Portuguese, it's churrasco to say barbecue. Então, eu estou feliz porque eu penso que eu estou estou aprendendo muito rápido. E é isso. Estou feliz, contento. Então, hoje eu quero falar de algo novo. Tema é artículos definidos e indefinidos em português, como uns e outro. Não. É isso. Ok. Por exemplo, é diferente entre. There's a difference between definite and indefinite articles. And basically, so in English, because I'm a teacher, I guess I can explain it pretty well, is there's a specificity that is used with definite articles to identify particular objects that have some sort of, familiarity. Example would be the car or the money or the person, referring to kind of a specific individual or entity. This is also similar with a collective noun like some. If you use it in front of one or buddy, it refers to like kind of a specific person versus anybody, which kind of refers to the idea of somebody, if that makes sense. And so for these definite and indefinite articles, they're pretty easy because they're very similar to, I guess, English and Spanish in that way. The only thing that's strange is that sometimes they seem to come before, at least I've seen this, they come before my, which is so weird to me because my is a possessive adjective. At least in English, it would be very strange to have the, my, something, right? But you do see that in this case, which I'm still not sure why. But, for example, for definite articles, nos tenemos, o y os for masculine. So example would be o carro for the car, os carros for the cars. So you add the s for the accordance, for the plurality, and o is just for gender, masculine gender. And then a, super easy also, is the same rule. So for example, you can say a caneta, a casa, a meninas, which I believe, if I looked, meninas I think is girls. Let's double check. Meninas. Yes. Meninas is girls. Okay, that's cool. that I remember. Can also say as mesas. So, a casa, as mesas. So, accordance, gender, plurality. With Romance languages in general, that is like so familiar, so easy. If you get it for one language, you got it for all of them. So, Spanish, French, Italian, and I believe Romanian, although I'm not too familiar with that. So it's quite a, nice concept that's easy to follow. Now with the okay, so it follows kind of this sort of structure. With and uns, they kind of differentiate based off of the an indefinite nouns, referring to one general thing. Example would be like a car or an apple. It's not definite because it's not a specific, it's not like the particular one. It's kind of anybody, any apple, like a apple, any apple. It's very similar, like just it's one of many. It's one that it just exists. It could be another one. For example, the kind of implies that it's unique in some way or that it's individual. So example for a homen for a man, or ella lee libro. Ella lee libro. Livro, I think book. Livro. Oh, livro. No, es el libro. Ella lee libro. ¿Quieres unos rizos de carne? Okay, so for an, it can be used for both. Can be used for both a and an in English. So there's no like, no change. You know how we have the vowel change. If it's a vowel, use an apple, an orange, an umbrella, but in Portuguese they don't have that. And we have uns for some or a few, which again is a collective noun. So it would be specifically a collective indefinite noun. Okay, some of those examples. ¿Quieres un rizos de carne? Como es dicho? Como eu disse, like I said. This is como eu disse. Okay. And uns anos mais tarde, a few years later. Okay. So that's and uns for masculine. That's something I didn't realize at first. Okay. And uns for masculine. Uma and umas for feminine. Okay, example. Uma caneta. Você tem uma caneta? Sim. Eu tenho uma caneta. I have a pen. Okay. Quanto custa uma bebida? Umas vezes. Okay, so uma and umas. So, just to recap here, okay. Os, us, definite nouns need to accord with the gender and plurality. Indefinite nouns for an masculine, an feminine, some and a few for both masculine and feminine as well, respectively. So uns, and umas. Some examples, okay. O carro, the car, or carro, uns carros, umas canetas, umas novas palavras, some new words. Eu quero aprender umas novas palavras hoje. I want to learn some new words today. Okay, what else we have? Uns carros, and umas. Okay, yes, that's everything. É todo. Okay, so, no, hoje foi muito produtivo. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if you're somebody that's kind of interested in learning a language and you're stumbling across this video, I do want to say that, this is, my method isn't the most refined. I'm a teacher and I do encourage students to be very disciplined and diligent. I am not always that. I'm doing a challenge now, but I tend to get lazy if I'm not like super dialed in like this, and at the moment I am, fortunately. But if anybody's watching this and you're contemplating learning a language, I just want to say that if you start, don't let your foot off the gas. Before I recorded this, I was feeling a little bit lazy and I was thinking about just break, day off. But then I was like, okay, screw it. I gotta put in a little work. I mean, this is not gonna just do itself. So, it takes some elbow grease, as they say, or whatever the expression is. You gotta work for it. It helps if you already speak one language, aside from your native language, because you'll have a better perspective of what it means to speak another language. You're not just learning new words, you're actually learning, or perhaps relearning, communication. And so I recommend just to go at it, grind, but also have fun with it. As long as that interest can be maintained, you're going to find motivation intrinsically to keep going. And that's important, because once you get burnt out, it's hard to want to jump back in. So keep going, and once you get to your destination, which might take might take some time, I think you'll look back and be like, yeah, it's worth it. And I know for me too, I feel now it's worth it, but I know for sure, just spontaneously, jumping into this week ago, just realized oh shit, yeah, this is gonna be worth it. I know for a fact I'm gonna go to Brazil. I know. I already know that that's gonna happen. And so this is already preparing me for that and allowing me to connect early before the experience even happens. So I'm super grateful for that. And meeting these Portuguese or Brazilian students now it's an opportunity to glimpse what it's like to be around this dynamic and this vibe without actually being there. They're bringing that energy to me, and I'm just able to soak it up and absorb it. And I'm trying to just learn as much as I can every day, ask questions. When I'm not teaching them, they're teaching me, and it's one of the most exciting, teaching circumstances I've had since I've started. So I'm super grateful, Estou muito grato por isso. Ok, é o fim do vídeo. Eu quero dizer que se has visto, se has asistido, no, sí, si has asistido a este punto, estou muito grato por isso. E eu quero dizer obrigado, ok? Até a próxima vez. E take care of yourself and peace.